All right, I'm coming to you live from a Nissan Sentra, about 20 miles from the nearest internet. I am wearing, I'm safe with saying male capri pants. I've been sharing a room with a dog named Sophie. Could be a Chihuahua, I don't know, it's small. Not a dog really in my eyes, but, modern man calls it a dog. To me, if a Frisbee will kill it, not a dog. And right now, looking outside of this window of this Nissan Select or something, I can see probably about 1,100 fireflies. These motherfuckers are up to something. They're going to rebel. They're going to maybe start an actual fire. I wouldn't be surprised if something or someone burns tonight. I'm in Wyoming, Illinois. And welcome to This Past Weekend.
This past weekend.
Let's do it. You ready? You ready to support the podcast? I'm going to tell you right now that Dollar Shave Club is the smarter choice. What are you doing, huh? You still just having one razor that you got to keep track of all the time? Maybe you put it in your out-of-town bag. Maybe you didn't. Maybe your son's cutting up cocaine in the next room with it. Who knows? I don't know. Don't worry about it anymore. You don't have to with the Dollar Shave Club. It's the smarter choice. You get a great shave at a great price, conveniently delivered right to your door. Knock, knock, who's there? Razor blades. It's an awesome life hack. It's a no-brainer. You got to carve that lawn off your face. You could spend a fortune on razors with gimmicky shaving techniques you don't need. Remember the one that came out that had the battery in it? What the hell is that? Nothing. So I use my Dollar Shave Club Executive Razor with the Dr. Carver Shave Butter. Whoo! I love butter. The blade just gently just glides across my face, giving me such a smooth shave. Oh, I am a bald eagle. That's what they say in and a lot of ladies say they want that bald eagle, So for a limited time, new members get their first month of the Executive Razor with a tube of their Dr. Carver Shave Butter for only $5 with free shipping. After that, razors are just a few bucks a month. That's a $15 value for only $5. You can only get this offer exclusively at dollarshaveclub.com/weekend. That's the dollarshaveclub.com/weekend. Hit it, guys. Support the podcast. This is a trial basis. Go in there and hit it. Get some razors, man. Get some razors. I'm going to stay in the program. I'm going to keep it going. dollarshaveclub.com/weekend. It's July 3rd, baby. Celebrate always. Celebrate everything. All your dreams will come to life. Celebrate living right there. That is the Spencer Jacob Grau Band. We'll put the link to that in the YouTube. You can check it out. Thank you guys for joining me on This Past Weekend. It is Monday, July 3rd. I'm coming to you live, or however people come to each other over a podcast, from a Nissan. I'm outside in a Nissan. I'm in rural Illinois. It is dark out here, dude. I mean, you can't see nothing. I mean, the devil could be just smelling the cinnamon stains on your skin, and you wouldn't know he's right next to you, And I'm coming to you live from a Nissan, because this is the rental deal I got. They bait and switched me on the picture on the rental. It looked like more of a fuller car, chariot type, something full-bodied. But then I get there and the lady said, well, it's optional, and using all these buzzwords and kill words that killed what I wanted, which is more of a full-bodied vehicle. You feel me? But whatever, that's life. Good to be here, man. Happy 4th of July week. Now, this may be on YouTube, it may not. I can't guarantee that, guys. And because, I came out here, I had big dreams. You ever had big dreams? Huh? For a weekend? You ever go and you pack, I'm going to do this. I'm going to bring the piano. Dude, I used to bring the piano learning booklets. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm staying at a Hampton Inn in Norfolk, Virginia. Sure, they'll probably have a piano down in the lobby. I'll practice a little. I'm going to be there for 5 days. I'll practice. Yeah, I'll brush up on the keys. I mean, I used to bring so much shit with me. Unbelievable the amount of junk I would bring on the road. Now, I don't even want to bring my luggage. I'd rather just wear the same shit. If they made a shirt that fought back every morning to look the same way it did the night before, a shirt that kind of took care of itself while you were sleeping, that could kind of brush itself up and kind of get that dirt off its shoulders, and if a shirt that had a little more self-care so you didn't have to wash it and all, that's what I would wear. I just don't even want to bring everything with me anymore. But anyhow, I got to tell you, man, I'm out here in Stark County, Illinois. All right. We did the show. I want to thank everybody. I had some fans that drove out and friends that drove out 5 hours from Evansville, Indiana. I had a squad that came in from Milwaukee. In Milwaukee, I don't know if you guys know that. That's a beer town. And it's an Indian term. A lot of people forget that a lot of our cities and towns are named after the very Native Americans that we beat them off of. Milwaukee, Las Vegas. I think the Las Vegas were a tribe. Who else? The Toledo. They were a tribe. I mean, it's almost crazy that we kept the same names for a lot of places, just rub it in their faces, But I'm out here in rural Illinois. We had a great show. We raised almost $7,500 for a theater here. That's huge in this town. And I got to tell you, when I say rural, I mean you can't. If you have AT&T, you can't have it here. They don't have that. You got to stop in town at some local spot and get the local service, whatever it is. It's basically, it's rumors. It's like just heightened rumors, That's how people communicate with each other. You got to tell somebody, then they go tell somebody else. You want to get in touch. That's a text message around here. It's small. Man, right now I'm within 100 yards of probably 6 or 7 horses and a pony. I saw a pony on the way in. There's little rabbits everywhere, little fucking Disney animals, I mean, there's probably a couple of Care Bears right now fucking in the distance. That's where I'm at. I am rural out here. I got 2 video cameras set up in a Nissan in somebody's driveway out here. This good family let me sleep out here in their room where they got a bunch of hunting guns, and there are 4 dead animals in the room I'm sleeping in. They got the heads of them up on the walls. You forget that. I live out in L.A., where if you put the head of anything on the wall, unless it's a straight white male, they'll let you decapitate one of those. But if you put the head of anything else on a wall, I mean, they'll arrest you, They won't have a gun to arrest you with, but they'll arrest you. But I'm rural. I flew out here from Los Angeles, flew into St. Louis. I'll try to find a nice diner on the way up here. I'll try to find a nice diner. You got to excuse me if my voice is a little bit out of it. I'm out here. I'm out in the elements. I'm basically the Bear Grylls of electronics out here. And I flew into St. Louis, tried to find a nice diner because I took the red eye. Finally found a place, drove like 40 miles. It was a 3-hour drive to this town in Illinois where we did the show, the fundraiser. Finally found a spot. I get in, go sit down. The lady's named Charlotte, She said she spent the whole weekend with her boyfriend. She's probably about 63. Still got some nice hips on her, though. Still got some high ass. That's one thing that you want in a woman is you want them to have a little bit of ass left as they get older. So ladies, if you're getting up in years, keep some ass or get some, stack something in the top of your pants. I remember I used to stuff my underwear at night because I started having wet dreams, when I was a child. Because God, if you don't meet women, God starts sending you women in your dreams to kind of, pleasure you off and make you feel joy down in your crotch and, your brain and your crotch. They're simultaneous organs, when it comes to sexual desires. It's a duet between the two. And I used to, sounds maybe bizarre, but I used to stuff my pants with a t-shirt to make my crotch look bigger so that I would get, more attractive women or more well-breasted women's in my dream to come and spend time with me and be sexual. So I used to always put a t-shirt in my crotch at night. And you only got one of those damp dreams, or the wet dreams they call them. You'd have a little seizure in the middle of the night out of your crotch and kind of spray up, and that would, and then you wake up in the morning and feel, you'd be disappointed that the dream wasn't real, but you also felt like you kind of got some in your sleep a little bit, and it was nice, especially when I was, 12 or 13, it was a nice respite from not getting any, because I didn't really get into sexual contact till I was about, actual sex till I was about 15, 16, maybe something. So anyhow, what am I talking about? Oh, so I used to stuff the front of my pants so prettier women would come and meet me in my dreams. Because, when you were young, it was all, you had this idea that you had to be, stout in the crotch or really have a thick jibble down there, But anyhow, so ladies, I say if you're going to stuff something as you get older, I say you stuff the back of your pants with some ass, some type of ass meat or something. Because that I think some of these ladies, their butts start to fall a little, and it's okay. I'm not, saying you can't have a fallen ass, but you throw a couple of t-shirts back there, stack one on each ass cheek, and I think that'll keep you in business with some men if you're still looking to, obtain some gentle from another man as you grow older. But anyhow, I'm out here in rural Illinois. I stopped at a diner. This lady, Charlotte, she said she spent the weekend with her boyfriend, and I was like, I didn't care about all that. I just wanted some breakfast, and she was, just insinuating that she'd been sensual all weekend. And look, you're 62 years old, lady, and I think it's good. I think it's good to be achieving at those age, but, she kept saying she was doing timeless activities. And I'm guessing she meant sex, I don't know what else. I don't know what else is time. I don't even know. Anyway, whatever. But the breakfast I ordered, I found this good diner, total shit. Couple of biscuits that any shit lumberjack could have made. Anybody with a bag of flour and a throat full of phlegm could have whipped together these biscuits. And then just a can of just gravy, just bullshit ass, gravy you get off the shelf, some type of meat bits in it, and some cheese and some just American, just. It made me wonder, is that American Dream Diner, is it still out there? Am I just crazy? Did I pick a bad spot? It just pissed me off, really. Because I had to think about Charlotte, out there getting her frickin' gibbles wiggled. And then, finally, when I get my food, I'm taking the red eye, I'm dusty and nasty. And it's a bunch of it's a damn garbage plate, which is just shit. So anyhow, that didn't start off good, my experience here into the environment here. But I got to this town, man, and I got to this town in Wyoming. It took me about 3 hours. We raised $7,500. We had 2 shows. And, man, it was cool, man. I got to tell you, the people in this town in Wyoming really showed up. This is a small town. We're talking 1,400 people. We're talking one flashing red light, American flags everywhere, just a lot of God-fearing people, some with questions for sure. As we evolve, there's a lot more questions when it comes to faith, for sure, and, deities across the board. People are questioning, but but good people. And they came out and they supported this theater that, nobody'd been in 20 years. I saw my first film in it, and here we were performing and raising some money in that theater. And I'm going to put some pictures up on the Facebook if you want to check out some of the weekend. Try to make a video too from it. But it was magical, man. It was really magical. Just the kind of theater has the big, bright light, kind of old-fashioned Paramount kind of with the what are those yellow and green light? The bars, lights you have. They see at the bars. They look like gas or something in the. Fuck, I don't know. My brain just keeps just. Like my brain just wet its own bed just now. Anyhow, good time. People came out. We raised some good money, so they're going to be able to hopefully keep the theater on its feet for a while, and maybe we'll come back next year and do it. But we had some other comedians that drove in. People came in from all over, man, and we made it happen. So thank you. I want to thank everybody that came. But this is a small town, dude. I'm talking, the mayor was out there and he's drinking, and, people are out there, and just rumors, and, a lot of, this is a town, you got rabbits, and you got people that haven't heard of a lot of newfangled stuff, and family first, that kind of thing. And just a lot of people that kind of believe in that American ideal, that old-fashioned, red, white, and blue. We love our family, and our, the dad, mostly makes some money, and some of the women would work as well, but some of them are more at home just caring for their children or volunteering around town where they can help in the community. And it's just that kind of environment, a lot of horses and graveyards that are just open, no fences on people's yards that connect right to the neighbor's yard. So, there's a lot more right next door to each other. A lot of swimming, bowling, people staying up at night in their kitchen and chatting together and just being together. And they still have, fun stuff, Netflix and drugs and all that, but there's definitely more of a family element, more of a community, a sense of community. A lot of churches around, decent amount of people, it seem like, still go to church. And I hadn't been in this kind of environment in a long time, this is even smaller than the town that I grew up in. It's just small. There's crops everywhere. I saw 1,000,000 ears of corn this weekend. We also went out to some drag race. They had trucks out there pulling each other, and it's called a truck and tractor pull, and that was amazing. I don't know if you've ever seen this, but it's just people burning gasoline out in the distance, and everybody just spending time and getting sunburned together. But it was nice, man. It made me wonder about America a little bit. And it was predominantly white here in town. You have a couple of I know they have the guy who did the audio for the show was an Indian gentleman. His family's might be first generation Indian. And you had a little bit of diversity here and there, some Latinos, some black, but otherwise mostly, predominantly white area out here. But there was a strong sense of Americana, And I just wonder, this is a question, because I'm not going to have a long episode today, guys, just because it's just 4th of July weekend. I'm out here. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to upload this. So the place I'm staying at has internet, but it is choppy. I haven't been able to use my phone out here until we went to a fair tonight, a carnival in a neighboring town, and we went and rode the roads and the rides. And it was damn ratchet over there. Just a bunch of straight dub teasy boy white trash out there. Just a lot of people just spitting in the air and catching it in their mouths, a lot of children with children. I think I saw an 8-year-old with 2 children out there. So it was that kind of environment. But I just wonder, what do people think America is these days? That's something that's been on my mind this weekend. What is America? What does it mean to be, American anymore? Does it mean anything? And where did you develop your sense of what America is? The more I thought about it growing up, my sense of America, a lot of it came from movies and television. I remember, I talked last week about seeing the movie Curly Sue, and they had the little girl on her bed at night. She would recite the Pledge of Allegiance before she went to bed. And I remember when I was young, they had the Persian Gulf War. So you would hear a lot of support about that, like, support our troops, America, let's take care of our people, that sort of thing. And my town was kind of small, so we played baseball out at like the VFW and the American Legion, so you were around a lot of veterans. So you would hear some stories from them, and one of them would be missing a limb or something like that. And we had my stepfather was in the Korean War or something. And a lot of people's parents had served and were in actual wars. So in my generation growing up, you would hear a lot of that. There was a lot of, we fought and we did this and we fought for America. And then the Dream Team came out when I was young. And that was the first Olympic basketball team they ever had, as far as I knew. And it was a sense of Americana right there, There was also a lot of television shows where you got this, you developed this sense of like American pride from TV or from, of having a family and, Roseanne, I remember watching that and, they would reference America, this is the greatest country and, just things like that. I'm just trying to wonder. I started wondering, where did my idea of America come from? What did it mean? We had a teacher in our school she had a couple sons who were in the military, and she was a devout American. Every day in her class when we were in there, we would do the Pledge of Allegiance together. She taught us all about everything about America, just a lot of history, everything. So that was just big. And what did it mean to be an American? And then now, what does it mean? Like, what does it mean to some of you guys? I just want to know. I want to kind of tap into that a little bit. I live in LA now, and it's different. The idea of what American is out there is different. It has a lot more to do with diversity. Like, anybody can be an American. Whereas in smaller towns like this, it seems to have more to do with red, white, and blue. And in like Los Angeles, it's more like opportunity. Anybody can come here and make a buck, and we should never close our borders to anyone. But here it's like, we shouldn't open our borders maybe to people if they don't have some of the same beliefs that we have here. So there's just a lot of stuff in the air. I just wonder what it means to you these days to be an American. Does it mean anything? I wonder, because it's definitely worn off some from when I was a child. I forget how grateful I should be every day. I can wake up and I could be anything I want in this country. I have the freedom of speech. My job is the freedom of speech. You can love whoever you want in America. Hell, you can sit outside their window and watch them dress and undress and feed their cats and stuff. I mean, that's not legal, but you can do it here. You won't get killed. You won't be sentenced to slaughter. It's just we live in a really, I still forget to be grateful a lot of times. I really do. And that kind of, have I forgotten what it means to be an American? I've started to take it for granted. I don't know. Has it been just because there's so long since we've had a war or a battle that's really been on people's minds that it's affected people, I mean, we're so divided these days. It's mostly, middle class and lower class people whose children are serving in these wars. Well, you have a lot of upper class people who wouldn't let their children enlist, whose children don't need to enlist to survive, to make money, to provide for a family, to get benefits. They don't have to do that. So you have, I wonder what percentage of the 1% in America who makes most of the wealth, what percentage of their family are in military? It just makes me, it's interesting how we have different opinions in different places of what it means to be an American. It's tough these days because you want to have a sense of pride. I still want to have that sense of pride I had when I was young. But they make you feel bad. There's this vibe in the air where if you fly an American flag, there's something wrong with you. You're a redneck more than you are proud. You're not open to everyone. You're not diverse enough. Just because you want to fly your own home country flag. And I see out here in this small town, man, half the homes in this town have an American flag out front. Just makes me think. It's just, what does it mean anymore? And it feels kind of nice a little bit these people have a kind of a simpler way of life. It's not bad. It's nice. It's almost nice, the house that I'm at. I don't know if I'll get this uploaded or not to the internet. And I'm grateful that you guys tune in and listen. If you're still listening, but it's almost kind of nice to have this simplicity. The family I'm staying with, I walked out and they're all just sitting in the kitchen. It's 11 o'clock at night. We all went to some shit carnival together over in some town called Henry. And we had a nice time. And, people were eating funnel cakes and coughing up confectioner's sugar and just riding rides that you didn't know if you were going to live or die on and whatever. And you get back home and you don't know if the internet's going to work and your phone doesn't work. You just mill around in the kitchen and chat, share stories. I don't know, there's a sense of family, there's a sense of community in the environment. I don't get that out in LA. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like a lot of people don't. It's just a different style of life. Feels a little more Americana out here. But what does it mean? What does it mean to be an American? I don't know. What does it mean to you guys? I want to know. So hit the hotline, man. I'm going to find the hotline number. That is 985-664-9503. Also, I'm going to tell you guys just two dates I got coming up. That's it. I'm not going to bombard you. I got Nashville this weekend, the 7th and 8th, Friday and Saturday at Zany's. One show each night. Coco Diaz threw it up on his Twitter supporting me. Sarah Tiana supporting me. Getting a lot of good support, and I need you guys out there. Please, if you have friends in Nashville, send them out. In Orlando, next weekend I'll be in Orlando the 13th through the 16th at the Improv. That's beautiful. Check that out. Also, July 20th, I'll be in San Diego. July 20th, I'll be in San Diego with Sal from Impractical Jokers and Roy Wood Jr. And that's at the House of Blues. And then, surprise, I'm going to Montreal just for laughs. And that'll be the 27th through the 30th of July. I'll be in Montreal. So I'm excited. But look, guys, I'm not going to make this a long episode. I want to know. That's where I'm going to leave it at. What does it mean to be an American to you these days? Happy 4th of July to you. When I think back on regrets in my life, I have a few. I've wasted some time. I've been extremely hard on myself most of my life. I didn't probably treat my mother with respect all the time. I didn't know how to, but still, I don't take that into account sometimes. I just didn't. And I didn't serve. I didn't serve in the military. I still could possibly, National Guard or something one day. We'll see, but I didn't. But it just makes you wonder, man, what does it mean to be an American to you? So hit the hotline, drop some of those calls. I'm going to do an episode on Thursday, a full episode. It's going to come out on Thursday, and we're going to get some point of views on that. Is the idea of, it's our America and we got to know who's here and shut the borders down and take a head count and get out of national debt and become a country that everybody can that will be here in 20 years? Is that an okay old ideal? Or is it old fashioned? Or is the new fashion we need to open the borders and let everybody in and, America just goes as far as it can go until we're bankrupt, until whatever country comes and wants to cash its check. They want their money back and then they come and take our land and then that's it. Is that the way it goes? Or are both those ideas nearsighted by me? Who knows? I want to know what you think. So hit that hotline, man. Dang it, I just don't have it in front of me right now, but a lot of you guys know what it is. It's 985. Shit, I don't know it. I just don't know it. But you know it. You can find it. Hit the hotline. Come out, support the show. You can find all my tour dates at theovon.com/tour. Happy 4th of July, man. Make sure you call somebody in the military who served. and just tell them thanks. That's what I'm going to do. I always hit up some of my buddies, even if they're squirrely, you know? And I'm just going to try to remember to have some gratitude, dude, because I live in the greatest country on earth. Everybody wants to act like they don't. Go to another place and have the opportunities you're going to have here. I'd love to see it. Go do what you want to do. The simple fact in America, you can even make fun of our president or bash, our vice president or any of these people. I don't care who they are. You know, I don't care if it's Reagan or Trump or if it were Clinton or anybody. Just the simple fact you can say what you want here. You can't do that everywhere. You know, I'm just angry, I guess. I'm just a little confused. I'm also tired. I'm also sitting in a damn Nissan Select out here in the middle of the fucking nowhere. But part of it feels kind of good, man. Part of it just feels good to be out here in Americana, dude. There's a pony in the distance. There's a fucking pony. Okay? And I've eaten pony, dude. And part of me just wonders if that thing in the distance can still smell it on my breath. I'll see you guys on Thursday, man. All right? Spencer Jacob Growl Band. Celebrate living.
Celebrate misery. You know that
Soon you're gonna die. It's the edgier version.
let's have
Some fun while we're alive. Thank you guys, man, for the love and support, man. Thank you guys for supporting in Wyoming. Help me raise some money when we raise some money. And I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys on Thursday with a full episode. We're gonna crack into it. We're coming in hot. We got some hot new stuff that's gonna be happening on the pod. I'm excited. We're looking for some studio space right now to get into a home, and where we can get a producer and really just start to get some stuff up to the next level. But I'm grateful, man. I'm grateful. Happy 4th of July. Happy America. And love yourself, man. Take care of yourself. I bet you deserve it. Talk to you soon, man. Good night. Or good day. Paul Harvey, good day.